What's up guys, Scotty here from the Blue Coconut family and welcome back to a City Skylines tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at the Metro again. Now I know I've covered the Metro in the past and it's quite expansive on what I've done. I've looked at multi-line metros, I looked at multi-platform metros, but a couple of years ago we had the Sunset Harbour DLC released, and along with it came quite a major overhaul to the Metro system. Now it actually became from a mod, what was called the MOM, which is the Metro Overhaul mod, which was absolutely fantastic. And to be fair, they have kept up that mod, and they say it's still compatible, despite a lot of the kind of features that it improved in the Metro system being implemented into the base game itself. Now it was a free DLC, so you didn't actually have to have the Sunset Harbour DLC in order to perform this, but it came out about the same sort of time, so they said it included with it. So what I'm talking about is the elevated and above ground metro lines. Now of course we may all think as metro or underground trains as being completely below the surface, and this is pretty much true in most major cities across the world. My kind of thought on this is kind of the London Underground system. It's something I grew up with as a kid and I still use it in my professional career now, and it is very useful, but not all of it is below ground. The main kind of bulk of it in the main city centre is of course below ground, because it is cheaper to go below the streets than to bulldoze a ton of houses and office blocks down. It just is. But as you go further out of the city, the costs of the ground above actually becomes cheaper than tunnelling below it. So of course it makes more sense to put the trains above ground, and that's exactly what they've allowed for here. And as a kind of flip, they've also allowed you to build above the roads. Now you can see this in some places such as New York City. New York and Brooklyn actually have the city have the underground, which goes above the or have the metro system going above the road, which gives it that kind of unique kind of look, which you see quite in a lot of pop culture and films and TV shows. But yeah, so that's quite cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my city. Now I appreciate I've just talked to you and I've done much. That's fine. So underneath this bit of my city is my metro lines. Let me show you these. So we can see here we've got my metro services going along here, and these are very busy. Now I've only got one train going in each direction of these inner loops, but I've got a double train here because of course it loops back on itself here. But what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to have a spur off potentially, let's think. I want to have, might swap one of these to be a double station somewhere along here. And I'm going to have it come out because I want to have this part of the city with my above track. Or do I want to go out here? No, let's go out to here. I think this one's going to be, I say slightly easier, but I think it actually is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just swap out this train station here. Sorry. Yes. And I'm going to place it in with, do I want that one or do I want, no, I want this one. No, that's what I had before. Okay, it looks like the way it's going to be is it's going to want to have it like that. That is entirely fine. But of course I just need to build some tracks. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to this one. These stations are really deep. I don't know if that's something new or just how they are. I don't think it's something new. Okay, put that in there. Have these always been that deep? I don't think they have. Alright, so that's those in place. Now let's bulldoze that and bulldoze that. And that does mean that I'm going to have to... how are we going to do this? Am I going to have to build tracks from here just to keep this happy? I think I am. I am for the time being, but don't worry, don't fret. That's okay. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at, ignore these. These are all my mods I've added. So we've got two types. We've got the elevated metro station that if we put down the side of a road somewhere. Do I have a road I can use? Yes, we do. Put that there. And we've also got this one, which is the metro station. Just like so. Now, I do recall somewhere, did we have it so we could place it above here? Is it in here? I may be completely misremembering this. I think I probably am. Must be the monorail, but that's fine. So, here we've got the two styles. Now, to be fair, these don't look too different at all. Have I placed the two the same? I have, haven't I? I've been an idiot. Elevated metro station. Metro station. I've just been an idiot. Right, okay, fine. So we got the elevated one and we got the normal one. So obviously the normal one is here. Is the one where it's kind of on the ground, not really interacting with the city. But the elevated one is the one where it's above the roads and above the city, and almost like New York sort of kind of style. Right, let's clear these up and let's start looking at what we're going to do with this. So first of all, I want to place a normal, actually I think we should have it come into the city or come out of the city as that. Now we do have a metro station. Now we do have this down here, so I want to potentially incorporate this. So somehow, how are we going to do this? I think that's probably going to be our best option like that, because then what we can have is it can come out, round, loop there, and then from here I'm going to have it come up and first of all go up into my above ground here, and then above ground over there, and I want to have it then cross over the roads there to go into there, to then zigzag across the street into a final station there. So I know it looks horrible, but it's what we got to work with. Now let's have a little fun. Now, granted, some of this is going to be destroyed, but is part and parcel of city planning, really. Space is already occupied. Oh, yes. Where's space? Oh, is it? Cheat. Voila. It's not the prettiest, but it works. Right, so from here we said it was going to go that way. So how do we want to do this? I did see a gap there where it looked like it would go. There we go. So we just got to be mighty fine. What we're going to do is we're going to actually cut across the middle of this out to there, because behind the houses we're not going to then be trimming too much off the side. Now we're going to be falling into the same sort of issues as the metro the monorail stuff. You know, it's above the road, but it's not actually physically above the road. Now that's the key thing. Is now I may have got slightly confused earlier between this and the metro station. Sorry, the monorail station, where that can go literally above the road by having a specialist road unit. This one you can't. You know, it doesn't have it. There may be a mod out there that allows you to have that sort of thing in place, but by default it does not. Now, because this is the same sort of level, what I'm going to do is have this come up ground level, and then we're going to have to obviously have it come over a road here. Shorten up here. Come on. Distance too short. That makes no sense. Slope too... okay, fine, it is quite a steep slope. Let's go from this way. But yeah, so I think this does have places in our cities. What the hell? Hey, that's nice. It's just, I think you've got to be really careful on how you're building it. This is a nice enough neighborhood, but I don't know if it works. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to have it do is then duck out here. And of course, we're going to need it to hit underground. I don't know why that didn't tunnel straight away. That's a really weird thing. Let's go from this angle. Fine, so we're going to need it to, first off, goes there. Space already occupied. There you go. There you go. So it instantly comes out there, goes there. Now we've got a connected metro system. I think, did we? No, we didn't know. We haven't completed it. So then we want, as normal, lines that go from here to here. Why is this cutting into here? Good. Right, we were moving that one, that's fine. So now we connect up the dots like normal. And there is no difference to building the metro on the above ground as there is the below ground. Just like so. Connecting up dots. And we put it as a track. Now if we go into the overview panel, we should in theory see at some point one of our metro trains travelling on it. Don't know where it'll be or if it's left yet. Well, there's one that end. There's one in the station here. Ah, there's one. They don't look too undergroundy, but we'll have to see what the rate is quite would. Okay, so that's kind of having a quick look at the different kind of underground platforms and stuff like that, and what they've done for the metro. My kind of view on it is it's a nice addition, and I think it can work in some aspects. So if you've got a city that you really think this will work in, maybe you're going for that more kind of high state American look with the metro tracks going above the roads and through the city. But personally, I think it doesn't work for what I've done here. I think it's going to be much better for your more kind of intercity links. So if you've got a small village outside your city but you want to connect into it, then I think this is perfect. You know, there isn't one in my tutorial world, sadly, that kind of gives that aspiration. So if, for example, I had a small village out here kind of thing, and I wanted it to connect directly into the city, I think this is a great opportunity. I think this is really good because it's kind of, it doesn't feel right to have a underground system and a metro system going underground all the way to it. So I think having it go underground in the city is brilliant, and then as soon as it leaves the city, kind of your like high rises and stuff, having it pop up above ground and going across as like your normal traditional train station would be. I think that's a really good idea, and I think it's really nice. I think another benefit of it is you're gonna need less hubs. You know, whereas before you would have needed a train station to then go out to these villages and other kind of small towns to then bring into your larger city. Whereas now you can actually have that all in a metro system. And if you've got a similar mod to me where you've got these multi-platform metro stations, I think it's going to be really beneficial. I think you can actually really make a full, proper working system. So I'd love to see what you guys do. Let me know your thoughts on what your metro is and how you guys use it. Do you use more trains? Do you use more metro? I'd love to hear. Put it in the comment section below. And of course, I've been Scotty from Blue Coconut Family. Remember to hit the subscribe button to get notified when all of my videos are coming out. I've got tons of other series that are out there. Go check out my other tutorials, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a good time, guys. Bye.